everybody, this is John from Models by John Michael. If y'all could go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, that would be amazing. The other thing you can do is you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and check out some of the stuff I've got there. So in this particular video, I'm going to do an in-the-box review for a kit that I've been looking for a very long time. But before I get to that, just wanted to show you, drinking a little bit of whiskey. That is very good. And what I'm drinking, for those of you that might be interested, is Delmore 12. It is a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. Definitely one of my favorites. And of course, you'll notice the very beautiful stag's head on the bottle. And of course, this bottle's nearly gone. Probably another, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 glasses in here if I stretch it out. But anyway, if you're on a whiskey journey or you're looking at trying to pick up, maybe trying something new for whiskey, definitely check out Delmore 12. This has become one of my all-time favorites. If I, and the next Delmore I pick up, it'll either be the 12 or even like maybe the 15-year whiskey. So now let's get to the subject matter of this video. And the kit I'm going to show you is this massive, it's a Ju-87 Junkers 87D-5 Stuka. The Stuka, for those of you that may not know, is one of the most iconic aircraft of World War II. It's very easily recognizable because of its profile. It is a dive bomber. It has a very unique wing structure. As a matter of fact, I'll show you on this color poster here. I mean, most people, if you don't know aircraft, you could probably show this to just about anybody, and they'll at least recognize the profile of the aircraft. So, I mean, if you look at it here, I mean, you see the unique way that the wings are made. There's no other aircraft, to my knowledge, that has that type of profile. There's also a bit of a slope as the wings come off the main body. Let's see if I can show you that in here anywhere. It may not have it to where you can see it directly, but I will try my best to show you. Well, here you go. So just the close-up. This is on the instruction manual, but you can kind of see here how the wing kind of has it kind of bends down a little bit before it goes out from the wing root on the fuselage, and then it just kind of goes out. But the Junkers Ju-87, the Stuka, is definitely one of the most iconic aircraft World War II, as I said earlier. Although it was primarily a dive bomber, it did serve in other roles. It wasn't a fighter. It wasn't the fastest aircraft by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really good at going in at nearly a 90-degree angle, coming from high and swooping in and dropping bombs. They would put large anti-tank guns on these things to take out enemy tanks, all sorts of things that they would do with this aircraft. But it was very effective for the roles that they put it into. And they would also normally fly in groups. They very rarely, if you saw a lone Stuka, that means all of its wingmates have been taken out. So that's just something to think about and remember. And the other thing that really made the Stuka stick out too was that howl that the Stukas had whenever they would dive. And if you were on the ground, you did not want to be the target of that Stuka as that howl got louder and louder. So it also, so obviously it also had a psychological effect for anyone that was on the ground as well. But without further ado, oh, and I want to say one other thing too. The Stuka served in every theater that the German Luftwaffe was in at the time. So, you know, they served in Europe, they served in Africa, they served in Russia. So they were used very much anywhere that the Luftwaffe, sorry, was at. The other thing too, as of course, the Germans were very good at camouflaging their planes or doing unique camo patterns. I mean, this one here, it's kind of a basic, but it's the light green, dark green. And then on this side here, you've got almost this, you know, green and white zebra effect on that. So, you know, it just gives you an idea. When it comes to German military aircraft, there's really no shortage on the way their aircraft would look. So, but let's get into the model. So the instruction manual, this is a Trumpeter kit. It's a 1/24th scale kit. I don't know if I said that already or not, but this kit is enormous as a 1/24th. Matter of fact, by the time it's all said and done, this thing will be about 20 inches long and 27 inches wide. So it's not a tiny aircraft by any stretch of the imagination, at least, you know, for the model. But the nice thing is, Trumpeter here lays out all your sprues, and it has your decals here, and then it also comes with photo etch parts too, which is nice. And if you've never worked with photo etch parts, and I know a lot of modelers, sometimes they get really intimidated with them or they just don't like working with them. What I have found is going slow and being patient with the process of using the photo etch parts it's the key. Like, you cannot rush it. So it's just something to be aware of. But you're going to start with the engine on this kit. So, a little unusual. Normally, I'm used to starting with the cockpit. With this one, they want you to start with the engine. Then you get to the cockpit. And then from there, you go to the wings. And then so on and so forth. But it all seems pretty straightforward. I've looked through the manual a couple of times. Nothing too overly complicated, which is really nice. I have built another Trumpeter kit. It was a P40, it was a 1/48 scale P40B model, I believe. Very nice kit as well, so I have pretty high expectations for this one as well. So let me show you the sprues on this thing. And you will see what I'm talking about as far as size goes. So I measured this piece, the fuselage piece here, from nose to tail, or from where the engine will be to the tail, and this alone is about 15 inches long. So that gives you an idea of how large this thing is. And then by the time you add in the nose, you know, I mean, you're talking 20 inches, or just, you know, or maybe even a little over 20 inches as far as the size of this thing goes. It is not small by any stretch of the imagination. Plenty of sprues to go by. Here's this is the part of the wing that goes right up against the fuselage. I mean, look how wide that is. You know, that's easily, what, 6 inches, maybe a little more than that, as far as the width of the wing goes. So, not tiny, but I wanted something rather large. I wanted a 1/24th scale kit. Here's some of the stuff that goes on the undercarriage. So like fuel tanks and whatnot that goes on there. I'm not going to show you every single sprue, but I just wanted to show you some of the bigger stuff. I mean, there's the wheel assemblies, landing gear assemblies. Here is the under part And this is where your wings will go onto. It does have support struts that go onto the wings, and I think it's just because of the size and the weight and everything. So they engineered some extra integral structures for integrity-wise to make sure the wings aren't like just falling off, and you're not relying solely on glue to hold this thing together. So now, that being said, now why did I get a 1/24th scale Stuka, right? Because this thing is big. I'm going to have somewhere to display it. Well, the reason why, and I don't think I've ever put this in a video before. Maybe I have, I don't remember. But so we're coming up on May 5th, and my father passed away, on a year, it'll be a year ago on May 5th. And the Stuka was one of his favorite World War II aircraft. Matter of fact, he built one when I was a child, and I knocked the model he built off of the shelf, and of course it broke. And I don't recall if he ever rebuilt another one. So I wanted this model to do as kind of a tribute to him in his memory, and I figured that, with him passing away coming up on a year ago, this video will go out on May 5th. I just figured that would be a really good way to kind of remember him, remember some of the passions he had. I mean, the passion that I have for World War II, for history and things like that, really comes from him. And so I wanted to build this model to kind of, in his memory, and to kind of honor him. And I think he would be very proud of the fact that I chose to do something like this for him. So that's why I'm doing this. But that being said, hopefully I'll get to this kit this year sometime. I really want to start on. I mean, I've got a bunch of other kits in my stash that I want to build, but I'm thinking about just pushing all of those other ones back and bringing the Stuka to the forefront, so this way I can get going on this thing. I mean, this thing is going to be a project and a half. But I think once it's all said and done, I think it'll turn out amazing. The other thing about this, because it's so large, the 1/24th scale kits, or at least the Stuka anyway, they're expensive. So by the time it's all said and done, you're looking at about 230-ish American dollars or so for this kit. It is not cheap, but that comes at, with the cost of a larger scale kit, and that's something to always be aware of. And so I could have gone with a 1/48 scale kit. There are a couple of 1/48 scale kits out there that are halfway decent, but I build mostly in 1/48. I'm working on a 1/32 scale Kingfisher. It's a commission build right now. So I have built some 1/32 stuff, but I would rather build. I just wanted to go big with this one, so it's here. I've got it. And my wonderful wife got it for me for my birthday, which was just at the end of April. And so here it is. There it is. And I mean, and I know I kind of very briefly showed you the box, but I'll show you the box art. And Trumpeter does make more than one version of this kit, and an all-in 1/24th scale kit. They do make the tank killer version, and they make some other versions of the Stuka in 1/24th scale. I really like this one. It's the like I said, it's the 87D-5 Stuka. Just looks like a fantastic kit. I don't think I'll be disappointed with it at all. So anyway, guys, that's all I have. thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I really, truly do. Just to kind of give you a little quick update, I guess, on things. My Facebook page, my Instagram, and my YouTube channel have all been growing. And I don't spend a lot of time promoting. I don't really post a lot of videos you guys see on my videos. If you look at how long it is between some videos, sometimes it's 2 or 3 months. But for whatever reason, the channel's growing, my Facebook page is growing, and all that stuff. And I really do appreciate it. You guys, doing some of the things, and believe me, when you guys like a video or share a video or comment on it, or you go to my Facebook page and you follow me there, I mean, it really does help, because the algorithm puts that stuff out there for people to find, and makes it easier for them to find. So good on you guys for helping me out with that, whether directly or indirectly. I appreciate it nonetheless. So anyway, guys, y'all take care. Happy modeling.